Hey everybody, DBC here with Teak server coming up. It comes with its own rule set and a very powerful rule set, a very fun rule set, that of random loot. And in this video, I'm going to show you some of my favorite spots to hunt during Classic on a random loot server because it does differ. So one of the main differences is that loot can drop from any mob within a level range. So you're not necessarily having to go kill the Ghoul Lord to get a short sword of Yakesha, or Body of Freedian Soul B for those J-Boots, or even Quillmane for a Pegasus Feather Cloak. No, what you're going to have on Teak is the ability, like I said, any loot to drop within a level range. So to get the most bang for your buck, so to speak, you really want to be looking at some of those camps that have the highest density of rare spawns. Also on Teak, we will have a modifier to rare spawns, so you will see them more often. So if you can find a camp where there's 3 or 4 mobs that can spawn as rares, that's a really good place to be. You're gonna get a lot of loot. One of those places is Solby at the Royal Camp. Now this is a popular camp. It's located right in Solby, very easy to get to, very close to the Zone Inn. And why we like this camp is because there's 1, 2, 3 names right there. You've got Noble nearby, and you can often get 1 or 2 of the spiders at the same time as well. So these rooms can sometimes take a little bit to break, either with lull or with pulling and just separate up the spawns, but one group can easily keep this whole area down. So you will often find it camped. So you've got your 3 rooms here, and like I said, you can also pull from Noble and the spiders as well. And one group, this shouldn't be too much of a problem. So what kind of loot will you be getting? Well, let's have a look. So some of the items that you can be looking for in this level range are one of my personal favorites. Diamondine Earring normally drops in Mistmore, a nice little pickup for your melee earring for the tiny little bit of AC, HP, and a little bit of strength. I made so many chrono selling these on previous TLPs, and I camped Lasna for hours and hours and hours to do that. But they're a fun little pickup. Another one for the tanks is Mithril BP. Now, they're going to be hurting for AC usually early on, and yes, you can replace it as soon as you start raiding or getting into hate. But early on, it's a nice little thing to have because every piece of AC at the start can really make a difference. But the biggest thing you're going to be looking for in this level range is the Ring of the Ancients. Now, normally this guy is the Ancient Cyclops in Ocean of Tears, and it's used for the very important J-Boot quest, one of the items you must get. So this is a really good spot to come and farm to get a Ring of the Ancients. There'll be loads of people trying to buy these as well, so you can always sell them on because we won't have the no trade on Teak. Still staying inside Sol B, another camp I like, which is a slightly higher level, is the Lava Spinners and Spiders camp, situated a little bit down to the south towards the Giants area. And the reason why I like this area, well, you've got the opportunity to get Stone Spider, Noxious Spider, Death Beetle, but also again picking off sometimes the Kobolds from the previous area, and that very rarely see him Guano Harvester. Now, I should also say that the King from the previous camp is also included inside this bucket because he is slightly higher level. And some of the items you're going to be looking for from these mobs, the Shiny Metallic Robe, a very famous item and used as part of an epic, but is included in the rare loot table, so it can drop from any mob, and normally you'd be getting that inside Lord Guk. Black Tomb with Silver Runes, again another Guk item, nice for your little casters. But I think the big chase item for this level range is definitely the FPSS. Now, normally you're going to be down in Guk for that. Normally highly contested camp down there. There's one named, it totally sucks. And because this is the item everyone's after. Well, now, it can drop anywhere. It's fantastic. For the higher level loot, one of my favourite camps to come to is right here in the hole in a camp called Slabs. So why is it called Slabs? Because the shop's called Slab over there. There you go. And when you get down here, the reason why I like it is because there's not as many of those really annoying golems, and a lot of the elementals have a random chance to spawn as an NPC, and you'll find them all over. Now on this server, the mobs will be a little bit different because it's further ahead, but we will get the whole 1.0 and you won't have any of these gargoyles knocking around. And the NPCs we're kind of looking for are like this guy, Stone Soldier Unmoving. Now normally they drop either nothing or they can drop some loam, and I'm going to be honest, you're still going to see a lot of loam because it is really prevalent in the loot table at these range, but there are a lot of items that you will be looking for, such as the short sword of the Acacia, the best item for tanks at this time, and we are starting it in Kunark, so epics will be available. However, you're going to need some until you get your epic. There's going to be time. Short sword of the Acacia is usually the chase item there, and all these other items that we're so used to getting, such as Darn's Amethyst Ring, high HP, and of course every caster's favourite, still best in the slot through Kunark, the golden A3D boots. And I like to come down here because certainly when Teak, not as many people are going to be coming here because of this Kunark open. Another zone I like to come to early on, which I think we'll see some use on Teak, is Mistmaw. Now, why do I like Mistmaw? A couple of reasons. Firstly, these gargoyles drop so much plat, and they will do on Teak as well, because their eyes sell for about 10 plat each, and you'll see loads of them. So you're always going to be making passive plat while you're here. And the reason why we're here on Teak for the random loot, there is so many rare mobs that spawn inside the castle, and when you're slightly higher level, getting through here with a group is absolutely no problem whatsoever. Yeah, you've got Dampire, you've got Lasna, you've got Mithy, you've got the butler and maid, as well as Garton and the avenging dude that passes through. So lots of NPCs in a very, very, very small area, which is perfect for what we want when we're hunting rare loot. Now, a lot of people are going to be coming to, say, Lower Guk for the items in this level range, and to do something a little bit different and go to those zones where you actually might stand a chance of getting the rares that aren't going to be perma-camped, such like Mistmaw. And of course, there's some really good items that you're going to be wanting in this range. Everyone should pick up a Geyser the Deceiver. It's only available for several weeks of the server, and it's a really good item that lets you race swap kind of illusion into a Dark Elf, and anyone can use it, not just those classes listed. Make sure you get it. It's a nice item to have for a junk buff. Hooded Black Coat, that is an item that comes from Mistmaw, but you're going to be seeing it a lot more, and it's one of the best early items for tanks and melee early days. And of course the big chase item, the Pegasus Feather Cloak, and everyone wants it because you get that clicky levitate, free levitate for everyone. Perfect, also part of the mage epic as well. So a very much highly sought after item early on, and it will be so on Teak. Now, some of those items will drop early days. If you can get them early, they will have you set until your guild start raiding and start farming planar armor. But a lot of this stuff up in the Plane of Hate, where I am now, is actually not that hard and very much doable by one group. I've done it many times with the 6-box. I come up here, farm the armor, oftentimes giving it away or selling it and getting the gems, because that's primarily what I'm after to build platinum. Normally the clerics will drop the cleric armor, or the revs will drop the enchanter armor. Well, not anymore. It can all drop from anything, so no reason to say no to a hate group if you normally get your stuff in fear, or vice versa. Good place to come and farm armor. Now, that's just a couple of my favorite zones to go to in Classic on a random TLP server. Now, there are some camps which will probably be, say, easier. Like Lower Guk is a very easy zone, and there are NPCs there and rare spawns. Everybody knows them. There will be a lot of people going to Lower Guk. And of course, I would fully expect that a lot of these camps will be perma-camped by semi-AFK magicians or necros, you know, you name it. It's what we typically saw last time around, but you know, there's a couple there that you probably may stand a bit more of a chance in getting, and of course with some of the benefits that we get, such as the pick zones, you know, there is more opportunity to get those camps, and for classic items, those are some of the ones that I like to hit. Another good one I didn't mention is, of course, Sol A. I really like hitting the gnomes there. They have a nice little lower range to get some items. Tiki is only a couple of weeks away now. I'm really excited for this server. It's going to be a lot of fun. If you haven't looked at it yet, do so right now, because it's going to be an absolutely popular server. Probably the biggest one they've done for several years. So let me know down in the comments below what you think. Are there any camps I missed? Any that are better? Or has this given you some ideas to go and hunt a few of those chase items from the classic era? I would love to hear from you. Leave a comment down below. Just want to give a huge shout out to our channel members. Thank you so much for your continued support. It really does help me continue to make these videos and grow the channel, and it's very, very much appreciated. If you're interested in becoming a member, the button is down below. Otherwise, appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, and if you want to know the next time I make a video, the subscribe button down right next to it. I am the Brick Nook, and I hope that you have a fantastic day.